Hello Aries, welcome to my channel. I'm bringing in your July guidance for you, which will be made up of tarot cards and some oracles and whatever spirit wants to bring you through. So the beginning of the year I did a general message for every sign, and yours was the pull of King of Pentacles. And the deck I'm using this month, which is the Tarot of Mystical Moments, there are two kings. One is a female version here on the right, and one is a male version. And in the male version, you can see there's a well-dressed man in his suit. He's a businessman. He's standing on the top of the antlers of the stag. And stags are considered sort of the rite of passage to the boss of the forest. And there he is standing with his beautiful suit, and he is in charge of the sort of hierarchy of whatever his environment is. And you got the female version, and she's got the Queen on her chest, but she adds a little bit of nurturing into this King of Pentacles because she is now the king of her home. She is nurturing and turning over the material life in the home, and that are these two cards together. So your message this year, and I think particularly with July, is to balance out your work life and your home life and the materialistic sort of way you're doing that. And I don't really like that word materialistic, but it's your fundamental your everyday life that you are working towards, because Pentacles are slow energy. It's how you are processing your life every single day, your tangible life, your spiritual life, your health. It's just really asking you to get to the top of your game and be balanced in both. So that is what you are sort of your challenges are this year. And you know, with this, the man standing here, he's got that energy of being in control of that. And with her, the lady sitting here, she's got that energy of being in control of that. So that is your sort of, I would say, your energy as in your challenges for the whole year. And let's not make it a challenge. Let's say that you're working towards that every single day, and King of Pentacles is you getting to the top of the game of that. So your next card will be your crystal card. So let's see what's coming in for you, Aries. What is your crystal card for the month of July? What is your crystal card for the month of July? Let's see what's coming in, Aries. Whoops. Got two flying over there. I'm going to take that one. Let's see what your crystal card is for July. You've got Apophyllite. Now, Apophyllite is to do with your connection, your third eye, and your crown chakra. So that is a very opposite energy to what your material life is here. So that I love that actually, Aries, because it's saying to you that that's where the balance comes in. There has to be the everyday fundamental life. There has to be that sort of empire that you're building, the family life and the security of your prosperity, but there's also the security of your spiritual life, and you need to actually build that too. So if you've got any Apophyllite with you this month, please use it. I do have, but I've got a very large piece and it's too big to bring over here. So your card number 3, Apophyllite, I'm actually going to read that to you just to give you some attributes of what Apophyllite is about. And it says here that because it's your third eye and crown chakra, it's the energy that it strengthens your natural psychic ability. It also gives you the mental clarity to connect with the higher guidance other than your spirit guides, other than yourself, together with your spirit guides and your angels. And it's that intricate connection between your physical and your spiritual world. And that's exactly what came through here. So calm and ground yourself so that you can hear and you can sense your guides coming through and your angels clearly, and so that you can call upon them and use that vibration to release any negative patterns or mental blockages. And once you clear away the negativity or self-doubt, you'll be able to have a positive shift in energy shine into your life. So this fits so nicely with your energy for the whole year, because there is obviously every single one of us humans have to earn money. We have to have our material life turning over and over. We have to pay the bills. We have to see to our health. And this has got nothing to do with relationships. This is your relationship with yourself. And Spirit is saying to you here that because it's associated with the third eye chakra, it's helping you see the truth in situations. It's helping you act upon anything and moving spiritually and mentally healthier for yourself. And if everything feels a bit daunting, it says, remember to ask yourself and your angels to give you time to have time out, because during this whole process of life, you're not doing this alone. You know, you aren't alone with it. You have your family, you have your friends, you have your siblings, your children, your husband or wife, and you have your helpers that you cannot see. So once the process is complete, you'll be filled with a new sense of environment and hope. So, not environment, Tracy, and it's empowerment and hope. So I was just thinking about the environment that you're living in. This environment that you live in, this everyday life, this paying the bills, it's, it's just one of those processes that we all have to do as human beings. And, if we can have a little spiritual connection to close up the whole circle, that is the path to enlightenment, is to get everything right, Aries, in your path that you're doing as a physical human being, as well as having your spiritual connection. So let's find your 4 cards for the month. There's your first one. I'm going to take that one, and that one. So we've got 4 weeks we actually have 5 weeks in the month, but I'm going to use 4 cards just to give you an energy guidance here and your way forward. So we've got I'm not ending off on that card. I'm going to see what's on the bottom of the deck. Thank you. Ending and beginning. So first of all, Aries, don't be afraid of this card here. This is just an ending of a way of being, of a cycle in your life. That's all this death card is. Please don't be afraid of it, because it means that you have to put to sleep or to death or to an ending in one part of your life in order to get to the next. And the Page of Swords at the bottom is showing you that. So your first week, okay, you're coming into the month pretty stable. This 4 of Pentacles is quite a material card. It's about your practical life. It's about saying, you are actually balancing everything out. However, don't get too caught up in this. You've got 2 4s here. So 4s are about stability and harmony, and which is Aries is saying to you that is on your mind at the moment. It's on your mind for July. It's on your mind coming into the month. It's on your mind for the second part of the month. So this 4 of Pentacles, you can also see that he's got a pentacle on his crown chakra, which is above here, above your head. He's also covering up his heart chakra, and he's almost blocking himself off with the fact that bills have to be paid, life has to be lived. So again, that message is coming through for you, saying to you, yes, it is good to be stable. Yes, it's amazing. You are coping. Your life is abundant, but don't hold on to whatever money is in your life. Money comes and goes, and this card is saying to you that allow money to be exchanged. Allow your processes and your practical life to churn over, to keep on going. Because if you're obsessed by keeping money in and not spending and only earning, the exchange gets a bit blocked. So perhaps that's why you've got the connect coming in here, because that can keep you quite framed into a certain way of living. And there's no enjoyment. And your next card is saying to you, yes, there you go. There's the joy you have to balance out with. And this is the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands is about stability. It's about marriage. It's about joy. It's about connection. It's about that harmony that you have in life that comes because of the connections around you. So make sure that everything this month isn't only about paying the bills and earning the money and just work, Aries. And you don't have to be asked that twice. You like to have fun. And there's your 3rd week saying, you know what, you're actually not doing a bad job. You might be overwhelmed by everything, but you can balance it out because life goes on. This 2 of Pentacles is saying you need to find a way to balance out that processes of life going round and round. So that's just a little validation for you. And with the way the cosmos is at the moment, okay, in July, everything in July is about balance. Balance is key. And if you have a problem with the balance, you're asked to step back and go, you know what? Live and let live. There needs to be a structure between work and life balance, okay? So get back to the harmony of a bit of joy in your life, connecting, taking time out, and also, Aries, because you're a fire sign, you've got a lot of passion about what you do, and you start things off and you get going. You might not finish things off, but you start things off. And what a spirit is saying to you is, try not to let that overpower you too much of the outcome. Don't be too attached to the outcome of things. So, the control that you might have over your life is sometimes debilitating. So allow yourself that downtime of joy, that downtime of doing something that balances you out other than working the whole time. And that is what your 3rd card is saying. Master that. And then your 4th card coming in is the Death card, saying to you that perhaps you will struggle with this month. And there's no 2 ways about it. We all do struggle with working smarter, not harder. We all do struggle with hustling all the time to try and get through what we need to get through. And there's going to be a time that you come this month that you might get towards the end of the month and you think, you know what, I actually do need to look at the truth of my life. I actually do need to be a little bit more fair with myself and understand that there are more facets to me than there are of only making the money and only paying the bills. So Aries, that is a very, very I would say positive card for you because of the bottom of the deck. Now, the bottom of the deck I often use because it's the whole energy of the reading. It drives the reading. And you've got the Page of Swords here. So that pages are always the next adventure, the next learning experiment. And you've got the Swords, which is about the new way of thinking. And perhaps this month, with your connection that you might have with your helpers, your guides, taking the time to meditate, taking the time to connect with yourself, and also taking the time to detox a way of life or a person or a job. It could be just something that has been on with you all the time, that you've been working so hard at to make things work, that you actually go, you know what, I actually need to detox this. This is not good for my body. My health is going down. The intentions that I'm setting in my month aren't balancing out with the end of the month. So as the month goes, you be kinder to yourself, and eventually you understand what needs to be closed off and put to death, and where you need to have a rethinking attitude towards the next phase in your life. So I love that for you, Aries. Let's see what else is coming through for you. Let's see what other messages want to come through for you here, Aries. What other positive message wants to add? And you got being enough. I love that too, because you've got this beautiful butterfly, and we know in tarot and in the spiritual world, the butterfly is always transformation. That whole story of the caterpillar growing into a butterfly, it has to go into its little cocoon, like pupa. It has to change from one state of being to another. And that's what the death card is saying to you, is that don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of not huge, big, transformational, leaving the country type of change. This is just a little change in the shift of where you balance yourself, Aries. And you've got here, I'm enough. Just the way I am. This is more than sufficient. So all these powerful drives that you put yourself on, the way that you push yourself and try to be successful and perhaps crush people around you to get to the top. That hustling is no more. There's more to life than that. And I think we're all learning that as a collective. The way that the planets are going, it's forcing us to actually realize what matters, Aries. So I think this month you're going to have quite a bit of that coming through for you. So let's see what's coming through from the angels. What do they want to whisper to Aries? There you go. There's your little card jumping out. And this says, stop worrying. Stop worrying. Your desires are manifesting. So that is very interesting too, because there is obviously a certain amount of worry for you to be in this state here, to be in this, one minute I'm up, 1 minute I'm down, 1 minute I've got money, 1 minute I haven't. But just remember what I said to you about exchange. Everything is an exchange. And the more you hold on to something, the more it's not going to swing back to you. Because if you're holding on to something, how can it be let go to come back to you? I saw that once as an analogy on a podcast where the monk was holding his prayer beads, and he was holding the prayer beads, and he said, if you push them, they're still going to come back. And if you hold them, everything's going to come back. So remember, everything is an exchange for you, everything in life. So allow it. Just allow, Aries, and you will be so much happier within yourself when you allow that balance. Because as you know, you aren't the same person, and the same things aren't happening that happened to you a year ago or even last month. So let's see what your little creative number is coming in here for you. Let's end off with that for Aries. Let's see what your number is coming in. What is your lucky number? Oh, you got the Trump card. This is beautiful. So this isn't a number from the angels. They're whispering something so much deeper. This is almost like a major arcana card for you, like this card. It says, angel whispers are guidance that is always within you. Your ability to find the answer is needed in your innate superpower. So your ability to find the answer is needed in your innate superpower. So this month, Spirit wants you to experience that balance and to find it out for yourself. Place your trust in the first answer you receive. And as your higher self was always connected, it is what is best for you. So trust. Wow. So you are being asked, Aries, to trust in that journey. Remember that your thoughts are just thoughts, and change yourself through that, because this whole month is about releasing, creating new, being kinder to yourself. Give yourself credit where credit's due. That is this reminder here. And just breathe, balance it out, and invest in yourself. Invest in yourself, not in the materialistic side. Invest that you are enough. And stop worrying. Everything you need is right there for you. You are exactly where you are meant to be. All right, Aries, have a beautiful month, and I'll chat to you soon.